Our fourth day of PAX begins the second day of PAX itself, and what is that yellow thing?
What's it either? Pikachu! So let's go back down here, make sure we take those guys into the like we tell them.
I still have no voice. It doesn't mean I can't still solicit the game, because I have passion.
We spent a lot of time in this little room. It's very important to have a little room so you can do a lot of important stuff. Like, this is where we keep the machine that plays the trailer. This is where we keep the server that's actually running the game. We do all the video editing for the videos you're watching right now in here. We also store things like the costume, the weapon, the helmet, everyone's bags and stuff. So this is a really important, tiny little space, and I'm going to use it right now to put the suit back on.
Well, I still don't have a voice. And it's gotten worse, because I just found someone with a better mustache than me.
Look at that thing. After some field repairs by Iron Horse, the suit is ready to go. We're ready to go to assault some other indies, find out what other games are on the show floor. Okay, first stop, first catch of the day. I'm here with Patrick and Cynthia from Muzzy Studios. Patrick, Cynthia, what do you have here today?
The game we're showing off here is practice ops. Basically, you are a supply side manager, and you are trying to get all of your business deals together.
So get this right, all around the show floor, there's all these games, people blowing each other up, things exploding, guns everywhere, but there is a bit of seriousness on the show. Okay, the first game Muzzy Lane showed us was about contracts and client-side relationships. The second one, I think, is really cool because you get to be a member of Congress, practice government. This is, I love gaming, I love gaming. I love the fact that in Natural Selection 2 people learn how to lead other human beings, and I love it that on the show floor here at PAX there are games doing other things than just blowing things up. This is really cool. Victim number 2 is Tom from Facepalm Studios, which is definitely the best name for an indie studio I have ever heard. Tom, what is Facepalm Studios and how many people are in it?
Facepalm Games is 4 people.
4 people, fantastic. That's the number of people that started out working on Natural Selection 2. Those. Okay, what have you brought to PAX? What's the name of the game?
The game is the Swapper.
The Swapper. And what does one do in the Swapper?
One creates clones and swaps control between them to solve fiendish puzzles.
Fiendish puzzles. And if I want to get my hands on the Swapper, where should I go?
You should go to Steam in 2 months.
Steam in 2 months for the Swapper. I'm going to.
So am I.
When you're walking around PAX, you see a lot of interesting costumes. Some of them not so great like mine, some of them really interesting, like Ashley's here, who has stuck a PlayStation controller through her eyeball. Is that painful?
It's itchy.
It's itchy, not so much painful. Victim number 3, I'm here with Rohit from Deja Band Games, and the name of the game that Deja Band Games has brought to PAX East is Drunken Robot Pornography. There are so many good names in the indie area. Where did the name come from, Rohit?
Oh, you know, it was an April Fool's joke, if you can believe it. A couple years ago, we said, hey, let's do an April Fool's joke. Everybody's doing them. So we came up with this game, Drunken Robot Pornography, that we didn't build. And everybody said, haha, that's funny. 2 years later, we said, we need to make a game. What are we going to build? Or it was a year later. And so we made Drunken Robot Pornography.
So what does one do in Drunken Robot Pornography?
Couple things. So Drunken Robot Pornography is a bullet hell, a 3D bullet hell shooter with giant robots that we call Titans. Now the idea with the game is, you know, like with all bullet hell shooters, is to kill the robot, destroy it, take it apart, limb by limb, piece by piece.
Okay.
Some of the really neat features about it are that it has what we call the giant robot construction kit. So people can build their own robots and then using the Steam Workshop capability, share those robots with the world. So I can play anybody's robots. There are about 80 robots that are there right now in the Steam Workshop and about 60 arenas.
Fantastic. And where would I go if I wanted to get my hands on some Drunken Robot Pornography?
Steam Early Access. So Steam Early Access launched on Wednesday.
Cool.
There are 12 games in it. Drunken Robot Pornography is one of them.
The unfortunate thing for Dillon at this show is he's encountering a lot of chaps with much better moustaches than him. And he doesn't have any voice left, so he can't even come back at me. Catch of the day, number 4 is Robert from Flambeer. Robert, how many people work at Flambeer? 2. 2 people work at Flambeer. That is sick. How many games have you brought to the show?
We brought 2 games to the show.
2 games to the show, which are Greedy Goes Fishing and
Lufttrousers.
Lufttrousers.
Exactly.
What happens in Luftrausers?
Luftrausers is a dogfighting game about shooting airplanes with airplanes.
Shooting airplanes with airplanes. What's really cool about Robert is I met him at Eurogamer in September last year.
Yeah, last year.
So over in London, and here he is in Boston at PAX East showing his indie game around. Well, this is seriously cool. Robert, I liked your game when I played it. I spent quite a bit of time playing it back at Eurogamer. I hope to get some time on it here today. How do I get my hands on it though?
So Luftrausers will be out on PC, Mac, Linux, PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita by spring.
Wow, that is a lot of platforms. PC, Mac, Linux, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation Vita by spring. Wait, isn't it spring right now?
Yeah, but it's not the end of spring.
It's like a natural selection to spring. Ryan has just come by our booth to visit. Dude, what happened to your face?
I accidentally fell off a bike. Then some zombies got me, and then I got in the movie Warm Bodies. So I'm all right now.
How did you guys win? How did you guys lose?
Oh, you know, I had good teammates. You know, they helped me out and just did it well. Used the resources well and used a valid opponent. Pretty nice day.
You know, we spread out a little too much, so we weren't able to defend all our areas, so they kind of just kept pouring in and we couldn't hold our resources down.
That is the coolest costume. Can I have a photo? It's the afternoon, we've come back to the Indie Mega Booth to have a look at a couple of other fellow indie developers, and I'm here with JP from Michael Todd Games. Michael Todd apparently not here today. And what we have behind us is Electronic Superjoy. JP, what's Electronic Superjoy?
Electronic Superjoy is a really hardcore platformer. It's sort of like Super Meat Boy or V. It's just really technical, clean, crisp fun.
Okay, a really hardcore platformer. This is sounding cool. What was the hardest part? I noticed in the gameplay back there, you'll notice the character can hit little white icons that point up, and that'll make you jump in the platformer. Was that a difficult thing to do? What was the? I mean, was there any programming challenge around doing that?
You know what? Actually, it's all come together really quickly. It's just basically was thought up, I guess, a year ago, and we've just been expanding on that. That was actually one of the first mechanics, so that was a really solid mechanic that came in a while ago. Yeah.
Cool. And if I want to get my hands on an Electronic Superjoy, where do I go?
You go to electronicsuperjoy.com, or if you're here, go buy a bundle. Obviously, you won't be.
Okay, there you go, electronicsuperjoy.com, and it looks like possibly, and I might be jumping the gun here, you can get the soundtrack as well, which sounds pretty cool behind us. So there you go.
I'm too bad on the depths of the world, but I'll show you what happens if you drink your milk and you love your mother. Did you drink your milk this morning? I drank some milk this morning. And you love your mother? I love my mother. Oh no! Oh, he's got me on the ropes. Oh, he's winning, he's winning.
Walking around PAX, there is one developer I have really wanted to come talk to. We look up to these guys in the Unknown Worlds office. We talk about them all the time. They are the boys that did Chivalry. This is Torn Banner Studios. I can see stuff getting decapitated behind me. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
Hey guys, my name's Steve Biggin. I'm the lead game designer for Chivalry Medium Warfare. I'm Lucas Annunziata, and I'm an environment artist. I'm Andrew Seiko, and I'm a designer.
Steve, Lucas, and Andrew. I don't know if you heard that. I'm not sure. I yelled too loud there going, oh my ears. Okay, but guys, making Chivalry, what was the hardest part of making Chivalry?
Just constantly going iteration, getting community feedback, just trying to do as best as we can. Melee combat, no question. The most important part, the hardest part, and the funnest part.
So, iteration, melee combat, community feedback. This is sounding a little bit familiar.
I know.
Yeah. From the level design and other perspectives.
Same thing applies to levels, just the iteration, trying to balance the levels across all these different classes. We've got archers, we've got these range guys.
Level design iteration. Alright, Unknown Worlds viewers are probably going to be starting to feel a bit of deja vu. This is cool. Any input?
I just want to say, since we work from home, it was really important to try and communicate with each other and get really good flow back and forth between art, design, and programming, and make sure we're all on the same page.
So what's really cool about Chivalry, it was made by, the team was dispersed. Not everyone was in the same office. Unknown Worlds, who were very lucky to have the core of the team in an office. Torn Banner was all over the place, working from home to make this game, which just makes it all the more awesome. So the point was that it's hard to bring all those threads together. So you've got programming, art, and game design, all that coming in. It's hard enough in the Unknown Worlds office, let alone when everyone's all over the place, and we've only got half our team off-site. So it's very cool, guys. Thanks for talking to me. It was pretty awesome, and an awesome game. Thanks. Okay. dehydration, lack of food, I can't urinate. Not a good combination. Now I need some blood and some sacrificial versions. We'll be back to full strength.
Dude, I've got kids!
We were just talking about sacrificial blood stuff, and then this vampire comes at me with a vampire and a guitar, man. I don't want to die to a vampire with a guitar. Dude, that guy just tapped me on the ass.
Baby, I gotta get him dressed every time.
Thanks to the Entertainment Consumers Association, we're about to find out if a real Marine can beat up a TSF Marine. Let's see what happens. All right. Count us in or something. 3, 2, 1. And the things that happen. I've done some things in life that make me feel really normal. Walking down a bridge in Boston in a suit of TSF armor is one of those things.